G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm back from Norfolk Island. Got back Saturday evening and today is Tuesday. I posted my orders out, the orders that came through while I was away. Thank you so much guys for waiting for me, but I'm back. Anyway, I posted them all yesterday. Now I just got something to tell you real quick. Actually, I better start. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm going to do the lace effect for you because I haven't done it for a while. This is the lace effect. And what I did was I wrote on the back. When something worked out, I wrote it on the back. So Artline Honey. That's it there. I will have a link for Artline Honey for you. 100 grams of A, 45 grams of B, no weight, 15 grams in here. So let's get that organized. 15 grams in there. So yeah, I write that on there. I'll move it out of the way. I don't need that at the moment. All right, so 15 grams. And I use my little very accurate scale. 8, 11, 14. It's like a recipe, you know, if you're making a sponge cake, if you add too much of something, your sponge won't rise, it'll be dense, it'll be awful. So anyway, we do that. So then I'm just going to add, I'm going to use some of this glitter. I'm going to go like a brown and orange and sort of gold effect today. I think that'll be nice. I better do it over here. A little bit of that in the center. And just a tiny bit of resin just to turn that into a paste. I think that should be enough. Don't need a lot. So that will be my center. I did drop a piece in there. Always get a piece of glitter in, don't I? Okay, now we've got that in there and I'm just going to zero that. And I'm going to add the Resin Art. This is the one that came from Russia. I have tried a few different whites and I have got whites that worked. You can check, because if you can't get this, just check in my videos, and I did an experiment with different whites, including my bloom. My bloom worked beautifully as well. 0.5 of a gram. So we're just going to add drop by drop until we get half a gram. 0.2, 0.4, 0.46, 5. There we go, half a gram. So that's all we need of that one. I'm going to give that a stir and turn that off now. I'll move that away. So I'm going for brown and orange. Can you tell that my purple leaked when I moved? I did put all my colors into plastic bags. Like I put all the resin inks in a bag, all the alcohol inks in a bag with, you know, their different brands. And then when I went to unpack them, the purple had spilled and everything is coated in purple ink. So these are Octopus Fluids alcohol inks. They're not resin inks, these ones. And now I've just, by picking up those bottles, I have dropped dried crusty bits of ink all over my mold that I've just cleaned. Just use some masking tape to pick up all those bits. All right, so the first thing we need to do is, once this is all mixed in really well, I'm just gonna, and it is a bit heavier than skim milk. Like I wouldn't have it this strong to do a 3D bloom. Right, we're just gonna go around the outside. It's only 15 grams, so don't make it don't make your line too thick. You can always come in and add a little bit more, but just make sure you don't run out before you get to the end. Okay, there we go. So that's in. And this is what's going to create that gorgeous lacing for us. Dripped. Baby wipe. Microfiber cloth to dry it. Okay, so what I want to do now is, before I go on to the next step, I need to just make sure this white is touching the edge there of the mold, just so that when I do pour this clear in, it's going to go in nice and symmetrically. If you find that you've got one area that, you know, needs a little bit more, there is a little bit more in the cup. We can always scrape some out. I didn't scrape the cup. But yeah, just make sure that the white is touching the edge there. Now this is my small blossom tray mold. I've got small, medium and large. All right, while I'm doing this, I'll tell you my story, my horrific news that I got this morning. I woke up to an email from Australia Post, oh my gosh, telling me that postage has now been suspended temporarily, I hope, to the US. I'm so sorry, guys. There is nothing I can do about it. I'm pouring this into the middle now. Nothing I can do about it. So I did get most of my orders out yesterday. There was a couple there that I didn't have enough stock for. Today's the 26th of August, and it said on the email that there were to be no more postage from Australia after the 26th. So I'm hoping that I can still get a couple of orders out today, because I just didn't have enough stock for those couple that I couldn't get out yesterday. So anyway, that's the story, the sad news. So I'm looking into it. Like, there's so much information that they bombarded me with this morning. I'm just going to do 5. I need to set up a Zonos account. And what Zonos account does, that's Brownie, what Zonos is going to do is, when I do eventually start shipping back to the US, hopefully it won't be too long, but Zonos will link in with my Australia Post account, and then it'll charge me the US tariff, and I have to pay that. Don't worry, you don't have to pay it. I have to pay it, which is going to be a real killer to my bank account. But if I want to keep my business open, it's only a little business, a little home business. I quit my nursing job to do this, and now it's going to be difficult. But anyway, I will see. Hopefully I'll survive, and I'm sure you guys will support me as you have been doing. Now, we're not going to torch this. We're just going to let this sit for a minute. I'm going to add this. So yeah, that's what's happened. So I'm really sorry. The people that did place orders last night that I woke up to this morning through eBay, I've had to go in and cancel those. I've refunded those because, yeah, like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. There's a little note saying you can't ship, so it physically won't let me ship. But what I'm thinking is, what I've come to understand just by reading all the information today about Zonos, once I've opened this account and got it verified and linked all my information and my payment details and things, you know, because they're going to have to take the money for the tariffs. Once I've got all that, and I don't know how long it's going to take before they sort of start up again, but then yeah, I should be able to start shipping again to the US. So there you go. There's my very sad news. Just going to spread that to make it a little bit of a circle. And now we leave it. We're not going to torch. Just going to leave it and let it do its thing, and hopefully it will work. I will keep you updated. I know a lot of you are, you know, wanting my molds. If you're in the UK, Canada, Australia, any of the other countries, just not the US, I can still ship to you. So if you really want some molds and you've got friends maybe in Canada or the UK, get them to buy the molds, send it to their address, and then they can ship it back into the US for you. You can try that. All right, anyway, there's my rant. I'm going to cover this and I'll come back. Hopefully it'll do its thing. I can see a few little sort of holes effects appearing, so hopefully that will all close up, and yeah, well, hopefully it'll look pretty. I haven't done a lace for, gosh, months, so hopefully it'll work. All right, I'm gonna go and have a coffee. I'm so stressed this morning. All right, see you soon. All right, I think it's done. It's a little bit bendy still, but I'm losing the light. So I thought, oh, better come into the studio and unmold it. But you could, if you wanted to, turn it into a bowl. See how it's still a bit bendy? But it's cured. It's not sticky. All right, I think what I'll do is, let's pop that on that piece of card like that and just peel it back, hey? That way we can get the true effect. All right, I think that's it. Okay. Are you ready? Hang on. Let's zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. All right. Now, let's hope it's worked, hey? Hopefully it looks pretty. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. That's really pretty. Look at that. I haven't got quite as many on this one. I don't have quite as many of these little dots as I had on this one. Colors are really pretty though. Looks like a leopard. But yeah, you still have got them there. Just don't have as many. I guess with this one, I'm thinking maybe I had a little bit more white. So it was a little bit heavier, so it fell down because it was this way. So it fell down and made, you know, more little blobbies. So if you like that effect, you could add a little bit more of the white, but generally I use the 15 grams with half a gram. And yeah, it's worked in my other ones. Look at this little sprinkling here. With this one, it's just a circle. You can see it's just a circle of glitter, whereas this one, it's much more natural looking. It's sort of spread out here and there, comes out a little bit to here, and I think that looks really pretty, really sort of natural looking. But you let me know what you think of it. Do you like it? I think it looks really pretty. Happy with it. All right, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully it won't be too long before we get all this tariff stuff sorted and I can put the US back in my eBay store. So I don't know how long it'll take. Hopefully not too long, but thank you all for your support, and I love you all. I'll see you all for the next video. Take care. Bye for now.